What's shaking, cocktail fans? I'm Modern Bar Cart CEO Eric Kozlik, and this is another awesome cocktail demo. Today, we're making a Mezcal Manhattan featuring the juice in this beautiful bottle, courtesy of Maximo Mezcal. Check that out. Yes. So we just had this fantastic interview with John Ravis, who's one of the founders behind this brand, and we were talking all about how this particular mezcal is fantastic for those nice, refined, stirred drinks. So it just kind of occurred to me, why don't we make a Manhattan? Now, many of you are familiar with the traditional Manhattan formulation, but for those of you who aren't, let's get our hands dirty. To make a Manhattan cocktail, first you need to get a cocktail mixer and fill it with ice. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take 2 ounces of your base spirit. Now in a Manhattan, most of the time this is rye whiskey traditionally, or bourbon whiskey, which is more popular now since bourbon is so big here in the US. Now I'm gonna take my steel angled measuring jigger here. I'm gonna fill it with 2 ounces of mezcal, which is my base spirit for this version of the cocktail. All right. Next, we're going to add our sweet vermouth. Now, a traditional Manhattan formulation is 2 ounces of a spirit to 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, and we're going to follow that here using Carpano Antica. This is kind of the big daddy in the sweet vermouth world. It's more expensive than most things you're gonna find on the market, but man, does it deliver when it comes to quality. So we're gonna do our 1 ounce of Carpano Antica blend. The nice thing too is Carpano Antica sells this in a 1 liter bottle, which is this, which is a little bit bigger than your traditional 750. But if you're kind of in between on whether you want to spring for this, they also sell smaller versions as well. They're smaller than your traditional liquor bottle. So there's a good kind of test phase with Carpano Antica. They know their price point and they kind of give you a little less costly option. So we've got our mezcal in this beautiful Maximo Mezcal, and then we've got our sweet vermouth. Now, of course, gotta add the bitters. Embitterment Orange Bitters, lots of fresh citrus. You get a really potent extract on those orange oils, so I'm just gonna kind of slam this in there. I love bitters. All right. And that is basically all you need to make a Manhattan. So now we're gonna stir, and we're gonna do that for about 15, 20 seconds. And the key here is to get the dilution, kind of blend the smooth, sweet flavor of the vermouth into the flavor of the base spirit, which in this case has hints of smoke, but also has a great minerality and just all the lovely things that you love about mezcal. It's got that beautiful agave character, but it's made in such an intentional way. And if you wanna learn more about the production process used for this particular mezcal, definitely head on over to the podcast, episode 116, listen to my conversation with John, and really get to understand why this bottle is so special. We do a full tasting and everything. So now that we've stirred our Mezcal Manhattan, we're gonna take it and we're going to strain it into one of my favorite little vintage cocktail glasses here, using our Hawthorne strainer. And you see that nice wash line goes right up to the top of the glass. Beautiful contrast. And then finally, we're gonna garnish with a lemon twist. Now this is not traditional, but neither is mezcal in a Manhattan. One of the reasons why I like garnishing with a lemon twist in this cocktail is because the temptation with most mezcal cocktails is just to douse them in citrus, right? Oh, I got this bottle of mezcal, what am I gonna do? Margarita, Paloma, something with citrus. We're not doing this here. But to pay homage to all the beautiful, citrusy, bright mezcal and tequila cocktails out there, we're gonna brighten the traditional Manhattan up just a little bit using expressed lemon oil, which is just a little zingier than your traditional orange twist. So, take a nice little twist here. That is beautiful. Gonna express it over the top, get those oils in, rub it around the rim, drop it in, And there you have it. I'm Modern Bar Cart CEO Eric Kozlik. This is a Mezcal Manhattan featuring Maximo Mezcal, maximum alliteration over here, maximum flavor in there. I hope you enjoyed this cocktail video. Please subscribe on YouTube and listen to the podcast. But most importantly, remember folks, drink responsibly and experiment boldly. Cheers.